Hello everyone, welcome to Trade. Today we're going to be seeing the Nifty and Banknifty levels for 3rd Feb. Today was a nice bullish day. I'm sure a lot of people would have traded nicely. This is the 15-minute chart of Banknifty, but we had a little tough time finding one good trade. Initially we got a nice gap up. We broke the previous day high R1 and started moving higher. So by the time we could take a trade, we took a trade when this kind of chart pattern was formed. It was like a triangle, and on this breakout candle we entered, and somewhere on this doji candle we had to get out, taking a stop loss because the option premium was coming back to negative, so cost to cost we had to exit. Then after that there was another entry, but we kind of stayed out of it. The next best entry was when I'm just zooming out the chart. This is the 15-minute chart of Bank Nifty. When kind of this flag pattern got broken out, it was a good entry. Probably 39,200 call was a good entry. But this 5-minute candle, right, when we were observing this 5-minute candle came in a big force, like it was pretty quick. So if it was like, if this breakout had come in 2 candles, we would have entered confidently. Since this came in on good big candle, so there's no point entering here and keeping stop loss here, that's too wide. So we look for as stop loss to be as little as possible, right? So this trade we missed, we could not, but it was a good run. And even this resistance where we took, right, resistance at 39,380 was one of the monthly CPR pivots. On this chart I just have the price action, support and resistance based on the price action and just the daily CPR. And I'm just going to shift to this chart where I have the weekly, monthly and the daily CPR. You see the star dotted lines here, that is nothing but the monthly R1. We exactly came and took resistance here. So if there are people who we are associated with, we know, kind of went long and booked profits after this candle. This was a beautiful trade from the retest of R1, but we failed to capture that. The Feb series has been a little difficult from the start. From the budget day we are in loss. Even the second day we took one stop loss, and we have not been able to get a good trade, but today was a good move. That happened, we'll see. Jan we had a pretty good series, but this Feb we are still yet to kick off our profits. Now coming for the trade possibility for tomorrow, I'm just going to shift to an hourly chart just to give the overall perspective of the view. See, we had some strong resistance. Even the budget day could not take this out. This level of 38,800, this double top where we had, that was taken out today. Okay, that was taken out today comfortably, and the next resistance is coming in at 39,520. Okay, why? I'm just going to zoom out because of this price action over here. We could possibly take resistance over here, and the next resistance is coming in only at 40,000. And even on a daily chart, Bank Nifty has given a nice bullish candle, and RSI is pretty strong, so I do believe this momentum will continue. Now what will be the best entries for tomorrow? I'm just going to turn on the tomorrow CPR. This is the tomorrow CPR. See, as of now the global market is quite flat. The Dow Jones was positive all evening, but right now it's it has opened, but it is negative. Let me just refresh. So it's basically trading flat. There's not much more as of now. And just looking at SGX Nifty, again SGX Nifty is pretty flat. We might get a small gap up. See, if we get a huge gap up, then we will have to be careful. We'll have to wait for some pullback. Huge gap up, saying since we had a nice bullish run today, say we get a huge gap up like close to R2 or above R1, then we will have to wait for some pullback either to R1 or this level of 39,500, and probably even retest of the previous day high, then see if we can go long. That would be our trade plan. In case we get a flat opening, right, say we get a very like a 10, 15 point, 20 point gap down, if we get a flat opening and start trading above this previous day high, yeah, definitely we can go long. We'll have to be a little careful at around this level, 39,500. If this is taken out comfortably, yeah, we might see higher levels. If in the opening the previous day high and the R1 is taken out, probably we can easily see 39,700 also if that bullishness continues. And in case we get a gap down, depending on the US market how they move today, in case we get a gap down, some good supports are over here, that is 39,100, and one over here is 38,900 close to S1. We would not be looking to short until the previous day low is taken out. Say we are in a good bullish trend and we will look to take buy calls or the bullish trades. Now, just in case the market reverses, right, because we'll never know when is that one point where the market reverses, right? Just in case we get a gap down or we start slipping, we will not like look for a short trade until we have broken the previous day low and we are trading on the downside. Only then we might see if we can short. Otherwise, we'll only look to see good bullish trades like buy calls. And also looking at this weekly, monthly and the daily CPR, we have the next resistance. Weekly R2 is here. This also can be a point where the price might react, taking some resistance. That's exactly coming in at 39,540. Okay, so if this R1 and this level is pretty much same, right? The weekly CPR R2 and the daily CPR R1 is same. So the best trade would be, if this R1 is broken, we can trade until R2 and probably even R3, and even 50% of R2 and R3 can be a target. That is 50% will put us close to 40,000. So that is our trade plan in Banknifty. Let's see how it goes. We'll see if we can get some good trades tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to wait a little bit, not trade in the opening as expiry. Probably try and take a trade post 12 is our plan. And looking at the open interest in Banknifty, we have a good resistance at 39,500. A lot of call sellers are sitting in, but if you just look at this change in OI at the bottom where the cursor is, the calls have a little bit unwinding has happened and little put sellers have come in. Not sure if that put sellers will increase tomorrow and a good resistance will come in place here. Sorry, a good support will come in place here, and we will see higher levels, or this will turn into a good resistance, 39,500. We'll have to see that in the live market. And anything on the downside, we have a very good support at 39,000. All the calls have exited. It's only the huge put sellers are coming. So breaking 39,000 for tomorrow is difficult. I don't think it's possible. See the number of put sellers that's been added today, the highest in all the strike prices. So people are convinced that 39,000 is not going to break. So if this 35,000 is not taken out, we might be in a range between 39,000 and 39,500. If this 39,500, that same thing what is even replicating on the charts. 39,000 is over here, the CPR. We might be between 39,000 and 39,500. If this 500 R1 is taken out, we can get one quick move on the upside until daily CPR R2 and probably even close to 40,000, because the next good resistance is only coming in at 40,000. So that is for Banknifty. Now looking at the Nifty chart, even Nifty moved pretty well today. I'm just going to shift to this 1 hour chart to draw the levels. See, we had this line yesterday because of this price action here. We have exactly taken support there and come up. The next resistance Banknifty could face is 17,820. If that is taken out, then 17,956. And on the lower side, we might take a good support here in case we come down, that is 17,670. Now just shifting to a 15-minute chart. See, this gap is there. If in case we come down, we might again take support. So we'll mark this, the closest gap, and keep. And just turning on the CPR levels. So today we kind of started trading above R1. These kind of candles are a little difficult to See, it looks like you're reversing from R1, then again we start going up. This type of price action is a little difficult to trade, but if we had waited and probably somebody taken a good trade here, like around 17,700, probably they would have been in good profits. Now, again, based on the CPR relation, we have a bullish CPR, and this good resistance, price action resistance, is also coming in at R1. So if Nifty breaks this level, 17,830 on a 15-minute chart. Now, from all these levels break, right? What I mean when I say break is it should break on a 15-minute chart. This 5-minute moves is happening too much nowadays. That is, say this is a 5-minute chart. The 5-minute candle might go above, come back down, and then finally break it. So it's best to take confirmation on a 15-minute chart. Once we start a 15-minute candle closes above R1, then probably we can go long. Similarly in Nifty, if a 15-minute candle breaks this level 17,820, then probably we can go long until R2, and the next level is 17,950. And looking at the open interest in Banknifty, we have a very good resistance at 18,000. Even today 18,000 calls have been added. I don't think this tomorrow we will break 18,000. We have a good support at 18,800 and 18,700. We might be between 18,000. If we get a gap up and 17,800 holds, Nifty, we might be between 17,800 and 18,000. Because of this kind of OI that's been there, and it's even today the OI is added, I don't think it'll break. But if this breaks, yeah, we can see higher levels. Next support is 18,100. So that's it for Nifty and Bank Nifty. Hope tomorrow will be a good session again and everybody makes money. Thank you.